Hey guys, Middle Jesus here, and today I'm back with some footage of me playing some Forza Horizon 4 running on the Xbox Series X in glorious 4K. Now, I've been playing this racing game a lot, especially since there is now a Xbox Series patch for it. So basically there are a lot more graphical options. It brings the console version closer to the PC version, which is pretty awesome. And so it was a good excuse to kind of jump back into this game and start playing it again, capturing some footage. So this here is really me taking 5 races from all the footage I have, each with a different car, and just kind of doing a little bit of a compilation for you. So this first race obviously is a off-road race with a hot hatchback, something I know very well because I actually drive a 2013 GTI Wolfsburg edition car in real life. So I'm a little bit of a fan of these type of cars, but what's cool about this race, as you can see, is that you're technically racing motorcycles, which is a really cool thing that they just kind of threw in this game. And then the second race right after this one is pretty cool because I am racing a speeding train, but I'm doing it on packed snow. That's actually a very challenging race. And I just want to mention, though, that in that race I switched to first person because it is for me a little bit easier to control a racing game in first person. But I don't stay there very long, so I know some people kind of get motion sick, but just be aware in the second race coming up here, I do switch to first person mode for a while. And then finally, I thought it might be kind of interesting for me to talk a little bit about the challenges of capturing gameplay footage in this new generation, specifically when it comes to 4K HDR footage. So, 4K footage by itself is a challenge simply just because of the massive file sizes. This video here, like I said, is in 4K and I'm capturing at 60 frames a second, but also it's in HDR. And what that means is high dynamic range. If you've bought a TV in the last year or two, you probably know that your TV supports that. And what that really means is that the footage outputting from the console to the TV has a higher dynamic range. So the space between the very darks and the very brights is more than what televisions have supported in the past. Now, what that means to content creators like me is that when I import this footage straight off of the capture device, I get a warning basically saying that, hey, your computer does not support this. And actually what it looks like is completely blown out. So I have to go in and manually fix it because otherwise this footage would look extremely bright. Now, the good news is YouTube will detect that and supposedly give you the correct range of brightness depending on the device or the computer or the TV that you're viewing it on, but I don't necessarily trust it yet because it's so new. So anyways, long story short, what I end up doing with this footage is importing it into Final Cut and then kind of manually adjusting the highs and the lows of the contrast ratio to make it sort of look normal. Anyways, it's just one of those little things that you have to do with newer generation footage. Again, I probably wouldn't have to do it, but the technology is so new, I don't necessarily know if I would trust it. There's too many different kinds of computers and monitors and televisions and phones out there to really, trust that YouTube would give you something that looks pretty good. So I end up going in and kind of manually tweaking it here and there to make sure that it all looks right. Anyways, all that said, this is such a fun game. I am just enjoying the hell out of it. It looks and runs great on the Xbox Series X, as you can see. And so I'll shut up and just let you enjoy the races.